My bike's done 94,000 kilometres now, and you can see that one of the seals is starting to leak. You can see the high watermark there of some old oil. About 50,000 kilometres ago I cleaned the seals and they've been fine ever since. And I'm hoping doing the same job now will be all that's required and I won't have to replace the seals. These are still the original seals. Anyway, the first job is to just loosen the dust scraper and push it up the fork. And then clean both the outside and inside of that groove to make sure that there's no grit round in that scraper. This may seem like a fair bit of faffing around, but it's way less faffing around than replacing seals needlessly. And by the way, sorry about the background noise, there's a concrete pump going across the road. Okay, the dust scraper is nice and clean. Now it's time to get down into the seal itself. The seal's down inside there. I'm just pushing the rag down in, and usually there'll be oil sort of sitting around in that cavity if the seal's been leaking. So I'm cleaning that oil out and any grit that might be in there as well. I'm using a bit of silicone spray, but ordinary WD-40 or the like would be fine. I'm just spraying that in and around to give it a final clean. Right, now this is where the yogurt comes in. I'm thinking that the yogurt might be the answer to my dirty seals. First though, I need to eat the yogurt because it's the actual container itself that I'm wanting. Okay, I've made a little custom scraper with a little hand hold at the top, and now it's time to go and push it between the seal and the fork, and oh poo, that was a waste. Oh well, at least I got to eat the yogurt, but the yogurt container is actually too thin and flimsy. So, stage 2, a soda water bottle. Of course, any flavour bottle would do. So, same procedure, cut out a section, sort of curve it round the back, and then make sort of a cut at the front that will drag the dirty grit up into that crack as you move it around the seal. You can sort of see it there if I hold it against that green. Okay, so let's see if that works. Right, back to the fork. And now, that's perfect. It slides between the seal and the fork, no problem. It's fairly tight, but if I just take my time, I can work it around, making sure I don't damage the seal as I go. I can work it right around. And hopefully any grit that's between the seal and the fork, I'll be able to drag out when I bring it out. And you can see there's a bit of grit there. So that's a good sign. I'll go around one more time for good measure, seeing I got a bit of success then. It actually goes around a bit easier this time. And yep, there was no grit that time. Alright. Right, the next step is to give the forks a bit of a pump, because 9 times out of 10 when you pump those forks there'll still be a bit of oil residue that you'll be able to see on the fork slider. There you can see the tide line there. So I'm just going to clean that off. And run round once more with my custom fork seal cleaner. Alright, now that's looking pretty good. I'm just getting clean oil there. So another pump with the forks. And a final wipe, and then replace the dust seal. Now that job really didn't take all that long, and a couple of weeks have passed and the seal is still holding and not leaking. So, job's a good one. Didn't have to replace the seals yet again.